everybody, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is doing really well out there and you've had a wonderful weekend and you're all re-energized to face the week. I finally got some sunshine here in Australia. We are still getting flooding though, just to let you guys know. I hope you guys are overseas and that watch my channel are enjoying your last little bits of autumn, because you're getting ready and preparing for winter over there, I know. So I will close my eyes, we'll get started and we'll see what comes up. Oh, and also, if you are new, please subscribe, hit the like buttons, guys, and always feel free to comment down below. I try to get back to you guys within a couple of days. Sometimes YouTube does remove any comments and then gives them back to me down the track, so apologies if I'm not replying to you. It's just I haven't seen your comments. And also, just to let you guys know, in Australia here, I have been talking for the last couple of weeks about the great big hacking scandals that have been going on. There were 3 companies involved with those. There was Optus, which is a telephone company. There was another one, I think it was either Woolies or Big W or something like that. And there was also Medibank, which is a big private medical scheme that you pay into here, like a health fund. Well, these are the major ones. And of course, I told you yesterday that the federal police are pretty sure it's people from Russia that are doing it, of course. But now the latest is, yes, it didn't take very long, did it? Optus, the first one who got hacked, has now got their ads running on TV. Yep. And they're going to protect the people and look after their customers by introducing... Here's a package, a silver platter, or this could be the gold platter, their digital ID system. Yes, they are going to protect all your information and data by having a digital ID now, so no one's going to be able to get to your information except government. We're thinking on this channel, government's the only one that's going to, goody gumdrops, have access to your information. So they're already putting their ads on TV. So it sounds like this might have all been a little bit of a setup. I'm just thinking maybe you guys might have an opinion out there. But that's what I'm thinking at the minute, because they've come out with their ads now and Optus is going to offer their digital ID. It's all happening here in Australia, guys. So if there's any hacking scandals pop up in your countries, you know what's coming next, don't you? And also all the leaders, again, just to mention, they are jet setting around the world again on a lot of their little summits and things and conferences. Very important. They're very important. They're allowed to have their jet emissions because it's very important. So Elbow's currently over in Bali on another tropical island. We talk about the tropical islands sort of being taken over a little bit. Well, at the moment, poor old Bali's the one that's getting inundated with all the lovely global leaders. So Elbow's over there. I'm sure all the others will be too. And we've also got the vote coming. It's starting in Victoria here, which Dan Andrews is coming to the vote. In Victoria, the most locked down city in the world was Melbourne from Victoria. So they're all coming into the vote for their premier at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of that. But as we know, the corruption is a little big down there. So we know how it goes. One word, America. I think we all know what goes on globally with these, comes to these voting procedures. We do have to question a lot of things, don't we? Anyway, enough of Australia and its dramas. There's always lots of dramas here in Australia. I'll close my eyes, we'll get started, guys. Sorry. And we'll see what comes up. God, I'm getting, it's raining, it's pouring. The old man is snoring. God, this honestly feels like I'm getting Biden for this. But I am getting the global rain. It's just increasing. You guys might be getting a lot of rain, storms, hurricanes. This could be America, Canada. Could be globally. I feel this is globally. It's going to be this real increase. Well, they keep calling them. There's another one up the Gold Coast or up the east coast of Australia here. And they keep calling them water bombs. So you might find you're getting water bombs. This is overseas, probably America and these kind of things. You're going to start to get these real storms and this inundation of water. while the old man is snoring, which we know who that might be. I'm guessing that Biden might be nodding off a bit more into the future, which we know has already happened a few times, haven't we? Oh, dear. So I am getting that. Oh, guys, this is crazy. Oh, Biden is tired from all this. Because you got to think about it. If you're suffering dementia and in that really bad cognitive decline, it's going to take a toll on you and you're going to get very exhausted. I mean, a lot of us here know there's probably more than one Biden. There's his doppelganger. Because one's always really energized and one's always flat as a tack. So it's like these two extreme people. So I am getting that. Oh, God, I can't get over that thing of him saying Colombia the other day instead of Cambodia. In front of the Cambodian people, call them Colombians. Oh, honestly, the things that happen. So I am getting that, just this flooding, the rain bombs. And this is globally. This is on a global scale. I'm getting that raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. It's like he just doesn't care, so he's just going to have a nana nap. That's how it feels in America. But you might get some flooding and things over there. Not everybody else is getting it. It's just nuts, isn't it? All to highlight, yes, how terrible climate change is getting. Things are getting desperate now. And I'm sure it'll probably all stop down the track. And then once they get all their renewables up, we know how it goes. Hang on a minute. Oh, I'm getting England. England's getting enraged. They are. Actually, you know, the other day I was talking about that pageantry, guys. They ended up doing a remembrance service for the Queen. And I'm pretty sure that's probably what it ended up being. It was about the Queen and all the royals were there. I don't know if you guys knew about it in England and that, but it ended up being this big, like, remembrance event that they had. So I'm guessing that's what all that tattooey marching and everything was that I was seeing the other day. Getting back to, so I thought that was good at least to know what was going on there. I'm getting England is very enraged. So people are getting enraged inside. Apart from being exhausted, tired and overwhelmed, the people in England are really getting that angry, but it's like a real rage. It's like almost, if you think about like a road rage where people get so angry they lose their shit, basically. That's what I'm getting in England. People are starting to lose their shit. It's becoming too much. It's becoming too much. People are snapping all over the place. So you might find there is more road rage. There's more like madness, like people just losing their shit. That's basically what they're giving me. Like, you know, people breaking into places, more robberies, there's this desperation, but it's coming from that enraged feeling. But there's a desperateness now with the people. Like the anger's turning to desperation. That's what I'm getting for England. Not all of you. This is just the tears of society. Oh, because everybody's tired, whether you're from low socioeconomic situations, whether you're from the middle class, whether you're even the elites are tired from all this. It's been a long journey that we've all endured. And we've still got, of course, don't forget the CV waves coming at everybody, which is just getting like beyond a joke now, honestly. I can't believe that people can't see through it, can you? It's nuts. So I am getting that for England, that real enraged energy. And it's like a real rage that's coming out of people. It's spewing out is kind of what they're saying, like more of that road rage and all these kind of incidents will be on the rise. Let's see where else we go. But the guides are saying, like, fundamentally it's a good thing because it means people the sleepwalkers are waking up because they're starting to see the BS. The leaders are being caught out now that they've been lying. So it's a good thing. You have to take it as a good thing. A positive, like, thing that people are waking up. Okay. People are wanting to hold their governments accountable now. They are. A lot of people are fighting back. We're getting a lot of this around the lawsuits, the law cases. The lawyers have got really involved now. There's a lot of these class action suits. People are standing up in their power and their truths. We're getting a lot of doctors rising. There's a lot of people in the medical industries coming forward because they've seen the injustice of all this. This is happening. These are the truth movements I talk about a lot, where people really come together en masse and then they keep growing as well. It was like our original blob movement. I used to talk about us like that blob from the movie that was so sticky, and it would just keep growing and growing and moving forward slowly, but everything would stick to it. So people waking up would start to stick to our movement. Well, this is what's happening now around a lot of other things. Because people are tired of this. They're tired of this. It's not a story that you want to be involved in, is it? We often talk about the COVID agenda story and how these evil people came and tried to take over the world and the little people had to fight back. And it's not a nice story to be in. It's not. And we took ourselves out of the story a long time ago. We've rewritten our new book, Escape from Clown World, Journey to Terabella. And we went into another book. So these people who are still in this book over here, the sleepwalkers, they're exhausted, they're tired. They can't believe that things were hidden from them. And things have been hidden from them. We know. Algorithms shove everything down. You know, all the Pfizer data, blah, 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 the CDC information, all that, all shoved down. No one's going to find it if we just shove it down far and deep enough. Netherlands farmer protests, shove that down too. All the protests in general, shove them down as well. Nothing gets shared, nothing gets seen. So how are these people going to find it if it's not in their algorithm or they're not searching it up? They're not. But the bubbles of truth. We forgot about the bubbles of truth that popped long time ago. Once the truth is out there, it's out there. It just needs to be found again. So that's what I'm getting. These people are tired of being in the COVID agenda story, and that's a good thing. We're not in it anymore. And that's a really good thing. If you're watching my videos, you've moved right away from the COVID agenda story. Let's see what else we get today. Gosh, they're showing me Germany again. I get so much Germany at the moment. There is so much going on over there. They're completing a circle. It's saying to me that Germany's completed a circle now. The people, it's showing me that people have managed to contain themselves and they're protecting themselves with this sort of circle energy. They've really grouped together. There's a really large group of people over there that are fighting back against government. I just keep getting it. And they're in this really big protected circle. And that's a great thing. So that's what I'm getting for Germany. They're quite protected in their, I would say it's strength in numbers for the people fighting back against tyranny and dictatorship. Oh, and did you see that Elbow, just saying, Elbow was shaking hands with some guru honcho, apparently, from China, who works for the, big leader over there. And he's shaking hands and trying to build their bridges so that we can get on with China again. Won't that be lovely? And we know where Australia's headed. Communism. Nobody wants it, do they? Oh, but anyway, that's where Elbow's up to, making friends with China. I'm sure it's happening with your prime ministers as well. Let's see where else we go. So share down below if you're seeing any footage of any building friendships with the global leaders, because we know how competitive they are. I told you Elbow's one of the old quiet achievers that's right up there climbing the ladder of success. Let's see what else we got. God, it's saying to me that the sleepwalkers, they're fundamentally bored. They're bored with their life. See, it's not a life, is it, when you just keep... It's like, what the guides are saying to me is, it's like they come out of the cave, right? They're in the... This is the sleepwalkers. They come out of the cave towards the light, and then, of course, boop, what pops up? The gift that keeps on giving, the CV, and then they sort of back away again and back into the cave. So that's for the ones in the really big mass psychosis, but also a lot are scared to look at the truths. So they come out to the light, start tapping away, doing their research, looking up the truths, and then that, as we know here, opens up the biggest can of worms you could ever imagine. So then they back away for a little while because they can't believe this is real and that the media is lying. That seems impossible to them, that could actually be happening. And they keep going like in and out. It's showing me them like in and out of the dark tunnel that the government has them trapped in. They're reaching out for the light, but then they're retreating. They're reaching out for the light and they're retreating. So that's what's causing the shift. I keep saying the next few months there's a shift happening, but they're going in and out. It's showing me like it's just showing me something going in and out. It's going in and retracting, out, retracting, in, out. Like out, in rather, of this dark tunnel. We often talk about us being out in the light, in the daylight. Oh, and that's the global walkout. Sorry, guys, I'm a little bit behind with that global walkout. Number 11 is to go out and get vitamin D for about 3 hours a week if you can at the moment. That's also added on to the global walkout, a way of fighting back. But what they're saying is that the vitamin D gives us strength, which a lot of us here already know that. A lot of us take vitamin D tablets. We do get out in nature a lot, so we do get a lot of sunshine rather than being hidden away. For example, in the tunnel, in our houses, living like recluses, which is what the government actually wants us to do. So that's why that's a significant thing, to get out amongst nature and back to simple things. And you know something, guys, that I have noticed here, and I don't know if you guys have noticed it, I've noticed a lot of people using cash lately. Having a small business, we notice it, but we try and use cash as much as we can. But a lot of people are talking about, oh yeah, we want to keep cash alive. And these are people that you think would be asleep, but they're like, no, we want to keep cash alive. We don't want to lose our cash. People are waking up. They are, guys. They're starting to smell a rat. Because why would they want to get rid of cash? It's not hard to figure that out, really, is it? If anyone's got a half a brain, which a lot of people do, they're starting to figure that out. So I've noticed that here, a lot of people are using cash more and talking about, oh, let's keep cash alive. Yeah, we don't want to lose our cash. Like, this is how people are talking, not just people that are awake. This is a lot of the people who have been in the, you know, the COVID agenda story. They're starting to pop their head out and go back in, pop their head out and go back in. But that's okay, because I guess at least they're starting to investigate and figure all this out. It is pretty complex and complicated, you have to admit. It's not something that you could just click your fingers and wake up in a day and go, wow, now I get all this. This takes ages to figure it out, because you're trying to figure out, well, why did that happen? And then why did they do that to people? And why did they try and separate and divide people in society? And then they, you know, this takes a lot of working out. And now what they're wanting to bring in digital passcodes, and why is there so much flooding? Imagine what they have to discover. Like, the blessing for us, if you're watching my channel, we've pretty much, most of us have been following this since day dot. So we've been able to unfold the information. Oh yes, this is next. Oh, we know we're going to see the renewables. Oh yeah, and then we'll get the ads on TV, and then we'll get this. Like, we're able to unfold all this into a storybook, which it is. Like, we pieced a lot of this together, but these people are just opening like the first chapter, and it's just hitting them, you know. It's a shock. So that's why it's taking them so long to kind of sort and sift and work out the information, because no one's actually given them the book, the COVID agenda story, and said, here, read this. This is the COVID agenda story. And we'll give you part 2, which is Escape from Clown World, Journey to Terabella. That would be the book that would actually help them to see this clearly. But they haven't even read the first book yet. So we've got to allow them to go through all of that, figure that out, then escape from Clown World. So that's why this is such a process for them, because they have to kind of, I guess you could say, go back and figure it all out. Not easy. Brain explosion. I mean, that's got to just fry your brain right there, hasn't it? Ooh. It's so good not being in that, isn't it? I mean, sometimes we get exhausted and overwhelmed by the whole experience too, especially having lost family and friends, and Christmas is coming around again, and that's quite a challenging time for us too, isn't it? My mother, like I said, I was still talking to her the other day, and she's still paranoid, thinking that she'll end up in hospital, and she doesn't want to spend Christmas in hospital if we were to visit her, and, you know, just the same old. I'm so used to it now, I don't even react. I'm sure you guys understand out there. I'll see if there's something else to close with today. The guides are just saying, like, Escape from Clown World and Journey to Terrabella is like this amazing story. It's a story they're saying that we're creating as we go. So it's all unfolding as we go. You know, we have so many laughs on here. We talk about being the mavericks and the naughty children put on the naughty chair, and how we put the biker jackets on and we get the badges of truth, and then the useless to government badges, and there's all these achievements. It's like this, they're almost showing me it's like that Raiders of the Lost Ark, is it, where he goes on all these like crazy adventures, and he's got his, you know, is it bomber jacket on and his hat, and he goes on all these great adventures, but he seems to survive everything. It's like, you know, when the ball comes rolling down and then he gets out of the way of that, and then something else happens and he rolls away from that, and then he nearly falls in the pit of snakes. Well, that's kind of what we've been through. That's why they're comparing it to that kind of movie. Oh my God. Is it Raiders of the Lost Ark? It's something like that, isn't it? And that's kind of what we've been through. We've got this knack of like avoiding things and managing to survive and getting out of the way, and it's like this, but see, it's that foresight that we have. We can see things coming. So it's a great skill to have. So we're being compared now in this story. It's like the great adventures. It's you know, getting to Terrabella is this big adventure story. It sounds funny, doesn't it? It really is. But that's exactly what it's been like, hasn't it? It's been crazy. You know, we've managed to, I don't know, somehow navigate all this craziness. If you think back, honestly, to the craziness we've all been through, protests, people dobbing people in because they're unjabbed and they're not wearing a mask. It's crazy. So we've still managed to navigate it somehow and sort of come through the other side. So that's why they're giving us that Raiders of the Lost Ark, like Harrison Ford, isn't it? That we've gone on all these like adventures, and that's what it's like. It's exactly been like that. But we found that way to get behind the fence and also to protect ourselves. So that's the image I'm getting for us. We're like Harrison Ford in the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Such great movies. Hang on, I'll see if there's something else to close with today. Oh God, it's just ridiculous. They're still giving me Top Gun, the soundtrack, Top Gun. I went through the danger zone. God, I laugh at the songs they give us. And that's us. We've gone through the danger zone. We're out the other side. That's what the guides keep saying to us. We flew off the radar, out of government's, off government's radar, because we became useless to government. We became the mavericks, just like Tom Cruise in Top Gun. And we flew out of the danger zone. It's like take a ride into danger zone, but then we got out of it. Is that what the song's called? I'm thinking it's called Danger Zone. We take risks. We're not scared. But we don't fail. We don't fail. Even if we do fail at something, we get up and we go again. I've got videos on how to get through failure. We don't stay stuck in failure. We get up, shake ourselves off, and we keep going. And that's why I'm getting that song today. Take a ride through Danger Zone. Because you'll get to the other side. But we know that, and we keep doing that, and that's why we're getting that song today. Oh, I get some funny analogies. If you're new here, just bear with me, because sometimes these things have great meaning. So we're still the Maverick Braveheart bikers, and they're showing us like on the motorbike with our jackets on, just, you know, flying along. It's got the Braveheart bikers on the back with the mountain. We often talk about sitting on the mountain looking at the 360-degree view. So that's what's on our biker jackets, this big mountain peak with the little bit of snow-capped peaks, and the Braveheart bikers on the back, and they're playing the music. Danger Zone, I'm sure that's the song, and all the, you know, the winds in our hair, and we're off. Like, we don't sit still. We just keep taking off and we keep moving forward. And that's the message I'm going to leave you with today. Stay strong, everybody. We know there's a lot of shifts coming up in the next couple of months. We've got people rising, protests, strikes. It's all happening. There's these real shifts going on against government, and it's great. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Keep looking after yourself, protect yourself, keep moving forward, being the beautiful maverick braveheart bikers that you are. I'm so proud of you all and myself. Gosh, it's not been easy, has it? Oh, all right, I'm going to say goodbye this morning. Take care, everybody, and I will come on and do another video very soon. Hit the like buttons. Comment down below. You know I love hearing from you, and I'll say goodbye from Australia. Bye, everybody. Bye. Have a great day.